ever since Kong died, there have been a lot of squirrels running around the backyard. You guys remember Kong?
Oh yeah, great dog.
Yeah.
By the way, somebody
dog,
reached out to
yeah.
me on Twitter quickly and
found
wanted no. They wanted me to tell you that they said hi to you in Kong.
Oh, cool. Hi back.
Is Kong gonna say hi back as well?
Oh, probably not, because Kong got pretty savagely eaten by a trespassing coyote who hopped my fence and kidnapped him.
I still can't believe we had to watch that on video. Anyways, go ahead.
It was,
Too many squirrels.
Traumatic. Too many squirrels, because Kong's sole mission was to scare off the squirrels. We always make fun of him because we never knew what he was barking at in the sky. Turns out we found out because the moment he passed, there's an infestation of squirrels. Squirrels everywhere. They're stealing our shit. They steal my things in my room. My jewelry. They steal it.
They're trained.
Yeah, and they go in Sir's cage and like steal his stuff.
No, those are the rats.
Those two?
They live in the vines on the house.
It's horrible. Point is, we got an infestation of multiple species, and so Danny's like, there's a lot of squirrels. And by the way, there's one over there on the top of the pool. And I'm like, the Ohio boy in me goes, that's fucking it for this one. Like, I'm gonna do this. I'm gonna take this squirrel's life. I'm gonna do it. I did it in Ohio. My squirrels would infest and take the nuts and seeds from my poor mother's bird feeder. And I had a blowgun at the time in Ohio. Yes, a blowgun. You'd stick darts in, and you go, and
wait,
you'd hunt for prey. You remember that?
Yeah.
I tried to get it in
It's like a
California.
6-foot thing.
They are illegal in California.
Crazy.
For some reason, blowguns are illegal in California. But
That's
in
why
Ohio-
Logan moved to Texas, by the way. Because
of
of that
Logan.
Logan. That's the exact reason. Go ahead.
So like, taking the life of a invasive squirrel is something I've done before. And this was like 15 years ago, but I thought it was in me. So I go and I get my bow. You know what's about to happen, bro. I pull my bow back and I'm looking at this squirrel. Dog, it's on a tree. It's on a tree like this.
Ugh, just waiting for you.
It literally the easiest target to hit. If I hit it, it's just stuck to the tree. There's no retrieval. It's just right there. Like,
God.
like make it easier for me, God. And so I pull back and I look at the squirrel. I take my deep breath. It's in my sights. Finger on the trigger. I couldn't fucking do it. I could not do it. Something inside me, and I know this is so dumb for like half the people listening. They're like, obviously, you wouldn't kill an innocent squirrel. Coming from a dude who was like born or raised in Ohio to be this like manly man, like hunter gatherer,
Squirrel
provide
killer.
for your family.
Squirrel killer.
And by the way, we would have eaten the squirrel. I don't just like kill for pleasure, but yes, we would have. Anything we kill, we eat.
So we don't have a chef now, and we kill most.
If
of our food.
if you're in Middle America or a flyover state, like you know what I'm saying. Like hunting is for some people a part of life, and I guess I was sort of surprised and glad to say that LA and this life path that I've chosen has changed me.
we talked
As
about
much as we
it.
joke, Hollywood has changed me.
We talked about it right after because you came up to me and you were like, I talked to you about something. And I love when you say that because I'm always like curious as to what it's going to be. And, you're like, I had a squirrel dead in my sights outside, Mike, and couldn't do it. I couldn't do it. And you were slightly saddened. And also I think you were questioning, your manhood a little bit as a result of it for that quick second. And I told you that your decrease in ability to take a small, defenseless, unable to harm anyone's, species life, a little squirrel, was based on your increase in empathy for others because of the things that you've gone through over the past couple of years. And I think I've talked about it on here before, maybe not, but I thoroughly believe that empathy is birthed entirely out of life experience. I do not believe that anyone who has never gone through trauma can then understand trauma in others. I believe you have to go through your own pitfalls, shortcomings, traumatic experiences in life to then be able to relate and understand what someone else's pitfall or trials and tribulations in life feels like.
Asterisk.
Not
everyone.
I truly believe that the biggest empaths in this world are the ones that have gone through personal struggle.
Sure, I'll agree with you there, but it's not necessary. We all know that like one girl from high school who was just a fucking
But you never
saint.
know. It could Yes, but she could have. You're right. You're right.
You're right. She could have.
We don't know, right? But I thoroughly do believe that let's just put it this way: that trauma breeds empathy, right?
Yeah,
and so, in that moment, when you saw that squirrel and you looked in his eyes, the fear you saw in his eyes.
There's no fear. He didn't know. He would have never known.
He saw the sun glaring on that sniper scope. He like Warzone.
It was an arrow.
He knew the bow and arrow sniper scope. He knew. And the fear you saw in his eyes was the fear you felt after that trying day and some odd year ago.
I think you might be reaching.
No, I'm serious. I thoroughly believe that your trauma has made it possible for you to connect with the trauma of others. I do thoroughly believe that. And that is why I am so good at understanding other.
Bro,
do you know how often someone telling me their story makes me tear up?
Sure.
Like when someone tells me their story about something they've gone through, I literally start to feel my eyes start to well up because I'm like, damn, I remember what it felt like to be lost, beaten down and out to a point where I didn't want to exist anymore. You know what I'm saying? And like, why are you waving at me?
I was just gonna say that's funny because whenever I was crying yesterday, you said you needed space because you don't want to listen to me cry.
You were crying. You were crying because you said you were ugly. You said, Amara,
that's dumb.
Are you fucking stupid?
That's way dumb.
You are the hottest, one of the most beautiful. I tell you, the hottest girl on earth. Now you're gonna try to make me feel bad about it, and you have, and now I'm gonna cry.
Oh no!
But like, it's like me going up to you and being like,
let's put a pin in it.
Well, no, it's like me going up to her and being like, yo, I can't live life as this short of a person anymore.
Go like this.
I can't do it.
Put a pin. Put a pin.
No booping.
Put a pin right.
Boop. No booping.
Let's pin that.
Pin it right to your
What
prostate.
you're saying is cool and accurate, and I like it.
Yeah.
But why this is maybe sort of emblematic and significant in my life is because it's like a definite sign of change.
Yeah.
It's like, for the past 3 years, it's like I thought I was changing and growing and maturing and evolving. Turns out I am. Even, man, for all my hunters out there, take this with a grain of salt. Like, you got to understand, like, I used to be one of you, but I can like confidently say now, not so enthusiastic about hunting.
Is that because you don't have time to do it anymore? You used to spend a lot of time doing it.
No, I'm talking even about just like the sport.
Yeah. Like you wouldn't go trophy hunting, would you?
No.
Okay.
No, fuck.
But you love wildlife and animals. Like you have a ton of animals at the house.
But
You're literally a wild animal collector.
Yeah, true. But there are some animals that I will fucking decimate, bro. If I see a coyote and me and him are for some reason like in a wrestling arena, like I'm gonna rear naked choke that motherfucker.
Yeah, violently too, like a whole bunch of like shivs and
right. But
too.
like because there's retribution that needs
you
to
have
happen.
a vendetta.
Exactly.
Yeah.
But like hunting for sport. I think let me put that asterisk on there. I don't know. Even man, like I don't know how I stumbled across this video like a couple months ago of like some people elk hunting. It was like a compilation of elk hunting. Dog. I don't know if y'all ever seen these videos, but when these elk get like shot by like arrows and bullets, it's fucking violent.
Yeah, it's horrible.
Yeah.
It's fucked
What do
up.
you mean?
Bro.
I know it sounds so dumb, but this is like your whole life. You were taught and bred to do and be this certain thing.
Mm-hmm.
And then you get out of that facade and that like mirage that you've been living in, and you start to become your own person, not influenced by the thoughts of the people who raised you. And you're like, hold on a second, this is kind of fucked up.
Yeah.
What are we doing here?
That's part of the reason why I'm vegetarian. Just like the concept of killing an animal to eat it, it's just not for me.
Yeah, and you go the
not
full.
a huge fan.
And you go the full way with it, which I respect a lot because not only like you don't want to deal in the death of animals in any way, shape, or form.
Right. Yeah, I'm definitely not a hunter. However, I will say this. I think this is like maybe one of the times where I would be interested. Like I love ritualistic practices of like Native Americans or something, like something where there's like like a yearly experience where they're going out to like create some sort of ceremony.
Let me tell you something. Let me tell you something.
Yeah.
It's not yearly. It's every single day.
Okay, well, there's that, but I'm okay. Whatever. I'm saying,
but
like,
yeah, yo, I can get behind that.
There's for a need, right?
Sure.
So they like you were saying this about people like in the other states in America that aren't LA, and there's a grocery store in every corner. You go out, you hunt you bring home your meal
Love
for,
it.
for a long period of
Love
time.
it.
You eat every part of the animal, and you take the skin and you tan it and do all that stuff. If for some reason there was, or I was in a place where there was an animal hunt where it was very natural and it was for the need of the village or the people or whatever it was, I might partake because it seems like there's meaning to it beyond just like, let's load up this cattle farm.
A
and
bit
start.
ritualistic.
Yes,
Yeah,
absolutely.
sure. I totally agree with you. And so I'm even just thinking about this. Like some animals, for me, are harder hurdle to jump than others. Like elk is like a big, beautiful creature.
Absolutely.
It sucks to see an elk die. But like, yo, a rabbit, like I'll say, like, yo, fuck rabbits.
I'm on the opposite end of the spectrum.
Like
yeah, if I
you
see
love
the little
rabbits?
guy hopping,
Sure.
and then I see like a giant elk that's just like, bro, I don't know, you know, like,
Dude, there's such an intelligence difference. Like, not to like level animals, but you know that an elk is more capable than a small rabbit.
You ever seen a
They have to
rabbit
be.
hop up a tree?
No, I actually haven't.
I haven't either.
Because
I don't-
rabbits
what the fuck,
reproduce
dude?
like rabbits.
Yeah,
They're
like
everywhere.
I'm gonna stick with whoever's fucking the most.
Like, yo,
Like, that's my
if
family,
your
bro,
population
you know what
can
I'm
spare one less rabbit, like, and for some reason we're rabbit hunting. Well, come on, rabbit hunting, boy. Elmer Fudd.
Yeah.
Nice.
I
Like
mean, I got it.
maybe. I don't know. It's just it's interesting if you're hunting for sport and you're trying to hunt lions and tigers and elephants and like all those exotic animals. Like fuck you a lot. Like
Terrible.
fuck you in a lot of ways.